on the Real situation. First and foremost, out of all those guys that played on that Celtics team, there is only one cult hero on that team, and that was Ray Allen, none other than Jesus Shuttlesworth. The guy had his own movie. He had his own movie, and he starred alongside the great Denzel Washington.
Wow.
And Rosario Dawson was his love interest.
Wow.
Spike Lee directed the film Jesus Shuttlesworth. We didn't see a movie about KG. We didn't see a movie about Paul Pierce. We haven't seen a movie about Rondo. So, never go against Shuttlesworth.
Right.
Never. And I thought it was poetic justice that he got that additional championship with the Miami Heat.
Wait, you know what? I think there was a movie for those guys. I think it was called First Wives Club.
Oh my gosh!
Listen, every week, every week, we bring you guys a segment that we call Get on the Bench. In the prior 2 weeks, we had Sean give us his rendition of Get on the Bench with LeVar Ball. Last week, Kev told the city of Boston to get on the bench. And this week, I am here to tell you that none other than Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. needs to not get on the bench. He needs to get on the stool. As we know, Julio Cesar Chavez fought Saul Canelo Alvarez last week in Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. It was supposed to be a hotly contested battle of Mexican fighters, Mexican pride on the line on Cinco de Mayo. It all sounded so wonderful in the build-up. I even watched a face-off session done by Max Kellerman where Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. said he was disappointed in Canelo Alvarez because he wasn't representing the Mexican people correctly. Okay? Saul Canelo said that Chavez was a disappointment because he wasn't representing his father correctly. So the battle was being set up as one for true supremacy as a young, upcoming Mexican icon. So there was a lot on the line. Mexico has a rich boxing history steeped in tradition. Great champions like Salvador Sanchez. Great champions like Ruben Olivares. Great champions like Carlos Zarate. Juan Manuel Marquez. Marco Antonio Barrera.
Wow.
Eric Morales. Ricardo Lopez. And now, or excuse me, I would be remiss if I didn't mention probably the greatest of them all, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. And now we have Canelo Alvarez, who continues to represent. Cesar Chavez Jr. was considered to be a spoiled, rich kid, didn't have to go through the same struggle as Canelo. Canelo told him during the face-off, I represent the working class of Mexico. I am self-made. I am hungry, and I understand the tradition. Chavez, again, as I mentioned, tried to throw barbs at Canelo, saying that he wasn't representing the Mexican people right. But if you saw that fight last week, I think it's very easy to see that Canelo was disappointed. I was disappointed. I'm sure you all were disappointed by the bigger Julio Cesar Chavez's effort. So I'm going to look you right in the camera. And it's just in case you happen to see this, Chavez Jr., I want you to know something. I am not of Mexican descent. I have a lot of friends that are Mexican. I respect boxing. I respect the heritage. And I respect the tradition of Mexican fighters. I respect your daddy. Even though he did lose to Pernell Whitaker in what was a draw at the time. But I respect your father. And Mildred Taylor. I respect your father as one of the greatest champions that has ever come out of Mexico. You, my friend, have got some soul searching to do. Throughout your career, You've never given your all to the sport. And what a disrespect. What a slap in the face to real boxing fans and real Mexican boxing fans. Okay? Blood and guts Aztec warriors is what they're known to be. You, my friend, are the opposite. You've never given 100% to the sport. I remember on the 24/7 where Freddie Roach was trying to contact you to come to training, and he couldn't find you.
Oh, wow.
You were somewhere smoking dope, marijuana. You were smoking marijuana, eating above the weight that you should have been. Okay? Riding off the coattails of your father, a man who put in a lot of work. You, my friend, are a disappointment to the boxing fans. You're a disappointment to the Mexican boxing fans. And if I never saw you fight again, it wouldn't be too soon. No one expected you to win, even though you had a distinctive weight advantage coming into the fight. No one expected you to win. But did we expect you to exude the effort, the heart, and the determination that has become synonymous with Mexican boxing heroes? We did expect that. Instead, it was a glorified sparring session with Canelo Alvarez beating you from pillar to post, proving his point that you were a disappointment to Mexico and not representing your people right. So, Cesar Chavez Jr., get on the stool, and I hope you never get up. Ever get up. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have today. This has been Off the Bench, episode 5. As always, gentlemen, great stuff. Great stuff. We will be back at you next Saturday. The conference finals should be in full swing by that time, and hopefully we can touch on some things that we didn't touch on today. But with that said, I bid you gentlemen adieu. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you next week.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you.
Absolutely. Indeed. God bless you.
Happy Mother's Day, Cesar Chavez Jr.